If you're anywhere near PropTech, real estate investing, or, building the next generation of AI agents, you know the deal. All the best data is behind a locked door. And Zillow? Well, they didn't just lock their door. They threw away the key. So, how do you get in now? Let's get into it.
This right here is the #1 question. The official, easy way to get Zestimates, all those juicy property details and market trends, it's gone. Finished. And if you've tried to build your own scraper, you've probably slammed right into a very, very solid brick wall. And this is where it gets kind of crazy. To really understand the challenge, you have to realize this isn't about solving some simple CAPTCHA. No. Getting Zillow data today means you have to beat the exact same level of anti-bot security that protects the most insane high-demand product drops on the entire internet. Okay, so let's just lay it all out. What we have is a treasure chest of incredibly valuable real estate data, but it's locked away in a digital Fort Knox. And figuring out how to get inside is the thing that stops almost every single developer out there dead in their tracks.
Here's the situation in a nutshell. Over on the left, you've got the old way, the official API. That door has been slam shut, permanently. On the right, you've got the obvious next step. Just build your own scraper. But that path, it leads straight to a big access denied sign, usually in just a few minutes. So who is this super effective digital bouncer at the door? It's a system called PerimeterX, which is now part of a company called Human Security. You can basically think of it as the head of security for the most exclusive, VIP-only clubs on the web. And here's why it's so ridiculously hard to fool. PerimeterX doesn't just glance at your IP address. Oh no, it analyzes everything. We're talking about the unique fingerprint of your internet connection, the specific profile of your browser, and it even watches the tiny little patterns of how you move your mouse. It's built from the ground up to spot a bot and shut it down instantly. And if you need more proof, just look at this lineup. These are the websites that are in a constant all-out war with the most sophisticated bot armies on the planet. They have to be this good to stop every concert ticket and every pair of limited edition sneakers from being snatched up in milliseconds. That's the league Zillow is playing in now. But hey, for every lock, there's a key, right? We've talked a lot about the problems, so now let's talk about the solution. Let's talk about the master key. It's the real estate data API on Apify, and it was designed for one purpose, to pick this digital lock. So what's the magic here? Well, it's not really magic, it's just some seriously smart engineering. It all rests on 3 powerful pillars. First, it has a built-in premium bypass for PerimeterX. Second, it uses an AI-powered system of what are called Self-Healing Selectors. And third, it runs on a ridiculously fast extraction engine called Cheerio. That combination is what makes all the difference. And I want to show you this, because that self-healing thing, it's not just some fancy marketing term. This right here is an actual message from the system's log. Zillow changes its website code constantly to break scrapers. When that happens, this API automatically detects the change, finds the new piece of code it needs, and just fixes itself. You don't have to lift a finger. When you put it side by side like this, the difference is just crystal clear. Your average, basic scraper doesn't stand a chance. The real estate data API, though, it checks every single box. It's got the bypass, it heals itself, it's insanely fast, and it handles everything automatically. It's not even a competition. It's a completely different class of tool. Okay, the tech is cool, for sure. But what does that actually mean for you? What's the real payoff here? Well, let's talk about the things that actually matter. Speed, reliability, and of course, cost. First up, speed. To pull 50 full property listings from a city like Denver, Colorado, how long do you think it takes? 39 seconds. Let that sink in. Not minutes, seconds. That's fast enough to power real-time apps. And to really put that into perspective, look at this. A normal scraper that has to load a whole web browser would take over 5 minutes to do the same job, and that's if it doesn't get blocked or just time out. Because this API uses a Cheerio engine to parse the raw code, it's literally an order of magnitude faster. This is what blazing fast really looks like. Next, let's talk reliability. Most other tools out there, they brag if they get a 60% success rate. Some are way, way lower. This API consistently hits a 99% success rate. That's the difference between a frustrating side project and a rock-solid data pipeline you can build an entire business on top of.
And finally, let's talk about the money. The numbers here pretty much speak for themselves. 1,000 properties is going to cost you about $20. If you go to a traditional data aggregator, you're going to pay anywhere from $100 to $500 for that same data. That's a cost reduction of up to 96%. It's just a no-brainer. So we've seen the tech, the speed, the reliability, the cost savings. What does it all add up to? It adds up to your new advantage. A powerful, you might even say unfair edge in the market. And this is where you can let your imagination run wild. You can power your app with live instant valuations. As an investor, you can scan entire cities to find properties where the list price is way under this estimate. You can automate marketing campaigns with unbelievably personal data. Or, and this is my favorite, you can feed live structured real estate data directly into your AI agents. The possibilities are just massive. Look, at the end of the day, it all comes down to this. You can keep spending your time, your energy, and your money fighting a losing battle against Zillow's defenses, or you can just flip a switch and start getting the data you actually need right now. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. If you had reliable, fast, and super affordable access to one of the richest real estate datasets on the planet, what amazing tool, what new analysis, what killer app would you build?